I am going to get my eyebrows microbladed. I'm so excited. It's the best thing you could do for your face. Seriously, it frames your face, looks gorgeous. I mean, just perfection when it's done. So I am going for, I don't know, my third or fourth touch-up. Initially you go once and you go 2 more times after that to get them touched up and get them good. And now I am going to do a 6-month touch-up. I think this is going to be so good. My eyebrows always look fantastic after. So I will bring you along on this ride and I hope you enjoy it. All right, I'm numbing. This is Dana.
Hi. So we basically just outlined her brows. You can see the marker outline, so it shows where we're gonna be microblading. You can see the shape. We're gonna thicken up a little bit throughout. We're gonna add a little bit more in the fronts and fill them in.
Yay. They're looking large and in charge right now.
Seriously. You want thick? We got thick.
Yes. Thicker the better. It looks so good.
Looking good.
We're gonna do shading on this side now. The strokes are done. And the strokes are basically just little like tiny cuts in your skin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like super official kind of little cuts.
Yep, really tiny cuts with pigment in them. And then we add shading just to create some dimension and add some more color.
Okay, everything's done. I'm just basically baking, guys, in pigment. Just a few minutes and I'll be finished.
This is the finished look.
Oh my God, they look so good.
Looks so good.
Perfection. Wow. Wow. They look so good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Amazing. I'm like a whole new person. We're good.
Yay,
Thank you very
you're
much.
welcome.
Okay, guys, it's been a few hours since I had my eyebrows microbladed, and it feels like there's a minimal sunburn on my eyebrows. That's really it. That's the best way that I can describe it. Just a tiny bit sore, just a very little bit. But I paid $250 for this session. It's a 6-month touch-up, and it was $250 plus your tip. 20% tip. Make sure you do that. So basically you want to make sure that you're following the directions that the place gives you. Like they wrote out a little card here for me, and they give you all the info that you need. Just make sure you're not rubbing them, scratching them, picking them. They're gonna scab. Do not touch them. Just leave them there because you want to make sure that the pigment stays and that they last. Basically, you don't want to sweat for at least 7 days. You don't want to take long, hot, steamy showers because that could make them wet. You don't want to do that. So they give you a little kit with stuff in it, sterile water, gauze that you want to just pat them with and things like that. But the place that you go to should advise you on all of this. But just make sure that you pay attention and listen and do what they ask, because that will ensure that your brows stay intact. You want to make sure that you wear an SPF, avoid the sunlight for the whole healing process. But after that, make sure that you use an SPF because that could make the pigment lighten prematurely and you don't want that. But that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this process, and if you're considering it yourself, good for you. Go do it because you're gonna love it. It is like life-changing. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Love you guys.